So in this video, we're going to look at anchor text, and we're going to look at it in a little bit more detail. So anchor text, let's look at our post. Anchor text is the text that when you hover over it, you can actually click on it. So any text, so you'll see text within a web page where if you hover over it and you click on it, it takes you somewhere else. So in this case, let's scroll back up to the top and let's look for the anchor text in this post. So in this post, we have the word Assam. That's anchor text because, well, first off, it's underlined, and then when we hover over it, something happens. If you look at the bottom of the screen, the bottom left-hand corner, you see that when we hover over Assam, there's an URL that pops up. So that means it connects or links to something else. In this case, when you click Assam, it actually jumps down to another part of that same web page. It jumps down to the part of the web page that is about that particular tea producing region, Assam. All right, and then if you go back up, similarly for Darjeeling and for this other Duars, I think that's how you pronounce it. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too badly. Okay, so now let's scroll down and we'll find some more anchor text. I know there's a bit more somewhere. Let's see. Yes. So this sentence right here, when drinking tea, is great to have the vocabulary to describe what you're tasting, seeing, and smelling. So then we come to this phrase here, the tea tasting wheel. So notice anchor text doesn't have to be a single word. In this case, it's a phrase. The tea tasting wheel, and it's underlined. If we hover over it in the bottom left-hand corner, we see an URL. That is our anchor text. If we click on it, what happens? It's taking us somewhere. It takes us to another web page within the same website, or within the same domain. So that anchor text is an internal link. So it's an internal link to a page within the domain. So if we go back to the original post, go back, scroll down, let me see if I can find that spot again. Where was it? Of course I lost it. The tea tasting wheel is gone. Oh, there it is. The tea tasting wheel is our anchor text. And when you click on it, and when you hover over it in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see what URL or what the domain or what page it's going to go to. When you click on it, it will take, in this case, it takes us to another web page within the same domain. So that's internal linking. Now, let's see if we have another link. Yes, we do. We have right under references, we have T102 Academy of Tea. So that again is anchor text because it's underlined. If you hover over it and you look in the bottom left-hand corner, we see that it links to this website, Academy of Tea. If we click on it, it takes us to another website. So it takes us to another page. So this is external linking. So that link, or that anchor text, links to a web page outside of the domain that we're in. So we have three types of anchor text. We have anchor text right at the top of our post. So in this case, it was at the top of our post that when we clicked on it, it took us to another place within the same post or page. And then we had the other type of anchor text that gave us a link. So the tea tasting wheel, that gave us a link to another page, but within the domain. So that's an internal linking. And then under the references, we had another link, again, anchor text, that created a link that took us to a page outside of the domain. So that was external linking. So those are the three types of linking that we have on the same page, within the same domain, and outside of the domain. And anchor text is the text that when it's highlighted, it links to wherever we want to go.